Good morning, my loves. Happy Saturday. Beautiful day here at the lake, if you can see. I mean, it's just beautiful weather. The high today is 97, so which is pretty typical for here. However, next week it's going to cool off and be in the 70s. So it's kind of exciting for a few days to have cooler weather. Big topic. Might push a few buttons, but we need to talk about this. Many of us, I can't say all of us, of course. I am a mom. I love that. And I am a grandma. And I really love that. And that's what we're talking about, parents and their kids and grandkids. Sweetheart, let your child be whoever they want to be. We have, when you have a baby, you have dreams and aspirations for this child. They're going to go and do great, magnificent things in this world. They're going to follow family traditions, and maybe everybody in the family has been in law enforcement, or they've been a doctor or a lawyer or a plumber. And you think your child is going to carry that tradition. And that's wonderful if that's what the child wants to do. And it's normal for parents to, you want your child to go to your alma mater. I know a family that I'm very close to that, I think when they found out they were going to have a baby, well, I should say babies because they have twin girls. I think at that point in time, they already started decorating their room in Purdue colors. And that's cute and it's wonderful. And I love that because the parents went to Purdue and, Purdue's a good school. It's right up there. It's okay. But let your child do what they want to do with your guidance and your support. Kids grow up thinking they want to be astronauts and firemen and nurses and teachers and ballerinas. Let them be whatever they want to be. Encourage them when they're little. Their minds are going to change a million times. And just be encouraging. Take them to the library to get the books. Read the books with them. Talk to them at dinner about it, at bedtime about it. Just encourage them and nurture them. That lets their mind grow and it lets them know you're supportive. And it teaches you to be open-minded. And that's really hard to be when you're a mommy or a daddy, to stay open-minded, or a grandparent for that matter. And as they get older, my granddaughter's 13. And, she doesn't know for sure what she wants to go into. She has ideas. She's very talented. She's very smart. She's an honor student. She's athletic. She's, really into volleyball the last few years, and that's great. Will she get a scholarship? I would put money that child is going to end up with an academic scholarship or a sports scholarship, or both. I would put money on that, and because her dad ended up with a golf scholarship, and, it kind of runs in the family. Not golf, not sports. I am not athletic. But her mother is brilliant. And my granddaughter is going to go places. But I want those to be places she wants to go. Not what the family wants her to do. And I am very blessed to have a son and a daughter-in-law that encourage her to be whoever or whatever she wants to become. They're behind her 1,000%. When my son was growing up, initially, he was into dinosaurs, as are most little boys. And then he wanted to be a marine biologist. That was big. That was big all the way through, junior high and high school. And then he suffered a sports injury. And he thought about being a trainer, a sports trainer. And he went to summer camp for that for a couple of years. And that caught his interest. And so did golf. Today, he's head of procurement. And that's great. He's happy. He loves his job. He has a great life, a wonderful wife, an amazing daughter. And I'm thrilled for them because they're doing what they want. I allowed him to grow up and be whatever he wanted to be. And that's wonderful. And I want you to offer that to your child. Don't push. I have a lot of clients. I have a lot of friends that went into professions they don't want to be in. Because, it'll pay the bills, it makes a good income, okay, fine. It's not their passion, they're not happy. I know someone who is an attorney, a brilliant attorney, but they love motorcycles. You want to find their happy place, they're out tinkering on their bike in their garage. That's their happy place. I know doctors that are brilliant doctors. That's not really what they want to do. They're into art history and literature and writing and music and okay, that's their passion. They're paying the bills doing the other bit. Their families urged them to go down a certain path. I do think everybody should get a formal education. Absolutely. Even if it's just 2 years, even if you just go to a junior college, you need the college experience. You need to expand your horizons and your thought process and learn that there's more out there than what's in front of you. So many people grow up in small towns, love small town atmospheres. It's wonderful. But please go to college, even, like I said, even if it's just 2 years, to learn that there is more out there, to just expand your thoughts and your horizons. If you have the chance to travel, travel. Even if it's not out of the country. I know people that have never left their hometown. They have never seen the ocean. They have never gone to the mountains. You need to experience that. There's more than just what's in front of you. So allow your child to explore. If your child wants to go into the military, I know it's scary, but where would we be without our military? We need a strong military. And I have a family member, I don't think they'll see this, but I know growing up, they played soldier. I think they probably played soldier in the womb. They ended up in the Pentagon. That's kind of cool. Talk about a dream fulfilled. That's great. Their family was very supportive. And that's what they wanted to do. That was their passion. Allow your child to follow their passion. And I know I talked to somebody just the other day, the reason I'm doing this, they're pulling their hair out. Their kid is in college. They're graduating this year with honors. And instead of going into engineering like everybody thought, that's not what they want to do. They want to be a plumber. And mom and dad are having a cow. We spent all this money for 4 years and on and on and on and on. And they're wanting to throw it away. And stop. Honey, it's their life. They're an adult now. You did your part. They don't owe you anything other than respect. Don't ask them to pay you back. I want them to pay me back because they're not using the education we paid for. Well, they are, because they're learning. They're still learning. We're all learning. But they learned the lessons in college. There's more than, okay, they went into engineering, so there's more than drafting and construction and, abstracts. They learned about philosophy, ethics, morals, science. They learned. And they're going to carry that with them forever. And you never know. Just because somebody wants to go down a certain path right now doesn't mean in 5 years they're not going to go back to something else. Let them explore. Let them do it their way. Love them for who they are, not who you want them to be. Once in a while, not so much anymore, but a few years ago, I had a lot of parents they were told that the child came out and told them that they were gay or bi. Okay. And three families had kids that were trans, and the kids came out, and some parents knew, and they were supportive and said, hey, you're my kid, I love you no matter. And others felt it was a failure on their part. No. Let your child be who they are. You support them, you love them for who they are as they are. They're your baby. They will always be your baby. Just support them and love them, encourage them in their profession, academically, athletically, artistically. Let them be who God created them to be. That might not be what you had in mind. That's between them and God, okay? So sometimes as parents, we have to step back, let our kids be who they want to be, and that's okay. I think if more families were supportive to kids and allowed them to become who they are, there would probably be less drugs in families. Seriously, I know a lot of kids who turn to drugs because of the pressures in the family. And that's sad. There are kids who take their own lives because the pressures in the family. They're not following the path mom and dad laid out for them, the grandparents laid out. They're not following, in the family tradition of being a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, whatever it is. Don't do that to your child. Many years ago, I knew a family, and this has been over 10 years ago. A wonderful family, and they had a child that was in college, and the parents selected their major. Because the kid, well, I don't know, I can't decide. Typical kid in college. I don't know, I got plenty of time. We've all heard that from kids in college. It's typical. It's okay. They don't have to decide the minute they start. Give them a year to get the groundwork, and then they can start deciding. Let them get their feet wet first. But no, this family, this is what you're going to do. And the child talked to me a couple of times and said, I don't want to do this. And the parents said, because we would all go out to lunch on occasion and the child would be there after church, yeah, this is what you want to do. It is. This is what you want to do. It wasn't at all. But the child listened to the parents and started down the path. Did great in school, but they were miserable. They didn't want to do this. They wanted to do something completely different. The parents would not stand for that. No, we're paying for this. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to become, and you're going to like it. No, didn't work out that way. It does not have a happy ending because this particular child took their own life. The pressure was so great from the family. The child just said, I can't do this. I can't be something that I'm not. I don't want to do this. And they ended their life. Well, was it mishandled? Yes. I think open, honest dialogue could have gone a long way, listening to each other, active listening, allowing your child to be who they want to be. Just, they wanted a different major. They wanted to go a different path. Parents can be a little pushy. This family pushed their child not only away, but kind of into the grave. I'm sorry, that's a harsh thing to say, but it's true. Because this child did not want to do this. The parents refused to listen. They refused to compromise. They refused anything but their way because they had their child's future planned out. This young person was dating somebody. They didn't want to get married. They were just dating someone. No, it's not the right person for you to date. This isn't who you need to date. They're just dating. The parents were absolutely controlling every aspect. It was like this child was a puppet, a marionette. You can't do that to a child in college. It's not fair. Had a very unhappy ending. So please, allow your child to be who they want to be. Lift them up and encourage them. I want to ask you, did your parents support you in your dreams? Did they push you? Did they encourage you and nurture you? For me, when I finished nursing school, I had a baby. I was divorced. I got married very young. It ended very poorly. And I was divorced with a new baby when I graduated nursing school. Yeah. And, you have clinicals, of course, and so you get to know doctors and stuff. And even my instructors said, you're good. You really need to think about medical school. I had doctors tell me, Brenda, you really need to think about medical school. That made me feel so good about myself. But I knew I had a child, and 4 years, that's a lot. And it's actually more than 4 years. It's more like 6. So I talked to my parents about it, and they thought it was stupid. They told me it was stupid. My dad, God bless him, said, you just need to get married. That's all you need to do. No, I just got out of a marriage. I have a baby. That's the last thing I want to do. And I said, they have a new program called a PA program. It was when the physician assistant program was first coming out, and by now, that was the very early 80s. I graduated nursing school in 1979. And so now we had a PA program. It was a 2-year program. I said, I really think I want to do this. Nope, that's stupid. You need to focus on your son and getting married. Because in their mind, in their mindset, in their generation, that's what it was about. Girls got married. You became a wife. It's okay to be a nurse or a teacher, but your goal in life was to get married. That wasn't my goal in life. I should have gone to PA school. I didn't. I love being a nurse. It was, a great career. I have wonderful memories. I miss it terribly because I will always be a nurse. I'm a healer. That's who I am. That's who God made me to be, and I love that. But 2 years, my life would have been a lot different had I just been encouraged to be in a local PA program. It would have been a good choice. It would have been wise. Hindsight. Encourage your child. Let them be whomever, whatever they want to be. Because they're worthy, honey. I promise you, they are worthy. Believe in them. Encourage them. Nurture them. Love them. And accept them for who they are.